Hello viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, stand before you with the topic Democratization in post-authoritarian and post-communist countries. It is found in +3 4th semester Political Science Honours, paper number 8, and the name of the paper is Political Process and Institutions in Comparative Perspective. But before I discuss democratization in post-authoritarian and post-communist countries, I want to inform my viewers that name of my channel is @Dilip Kumar Pal 9375, where more than 600 videos are found relating to +3 first semester to +2 6th semester Political Science Honours, +3 first semester to 4th semester Ethics and Values, +3 first semester to 2nd semester Political Science General Elective, Environmental Studies of +3 first semester, and videos of +2 first year to +2 second year. Let us start. Democratization in post-authoritarian and post-communist countries. Democratization in post-authoritarian and post-communist countries means how democracy was established in those countries which were once upon a time authoritarian and communist governments were there. So democratization in post-authoritarian and post-communist countries means how democracy was established in those countries which were once upon a time there was authoritarian rule and there was communist rule. It is democratization in post-authoritarian and post-communist countries. Let us start. Democratization means it is a process by which democratic governments have been established in authoritarian regimes like fascist, Nazist regimes, military or civilian dictator regimes, and communist countries, communist regimes. So democratization in post-authoritarian and post-communist countries means how democracy was established in those nations which were once upon a time there was Nazi rule, there was fascist rule, there was military dictatorship rule, or civilian dictator rule, or communist rule. This process began in 1980s to 2021 when in many communist countries like USSR, communist countries of Eastern Europe, Central Europe, Southeastern Europe, democracy was established. And also in authoritarian countries like Cambodia, Pakistan, Nigeria, Myanmar, demand for democracy was made. This democratization process started in 1980s and continued up to 2010, when in many communist countries like USSR, communist countries of Eastern Europe, communist countries of Central Europe, and communist countries of Southeastern Europe, democracy was established. And also in authoritarian countries like Cambodia, Pakistan, Nigeria, and Myanmar, demand for democracy was made. So this is known as the democratization. So democratization process started in 1980s and continued up to 2010, where in many communist countries, many dictatorial countries, democracy was established. This was democratization. So democratization means how democracy was established in various communist countries, various authoritarian countries. Let us start. Waves of democracy, waves of democratization. How democracy started to spread. So the entire process or entire period of democratization can be categorized into three categories. Like first wave of democratization, 1820 to 1926. Second wave of democratization, 1945 to 1985. And third wave of democratization, 1985 to 1991. Let us start the first wave of democratization. First wave of democratization, 1820 to 1926. How it started? The first wave of democratization, 1820 to 1926. In this period, democratic principles like right to vote to all sections, make fair and free election, etc. were introduced in European countries like Britain, France, Portugal, etc. This process continued up to 1926. But during this period, democratization got a setback. When in 1917, communism was established in USSR under Stalin, and in 1919, Nazi Party under Hitler came to power in Germany, and in 1922, Mussolini came to power in Italy. So the first wave of democratization started from 1820 to 1926. In this period, democratic principles were adopted in various European countries like free and fair election, extension of voting rights, then freedom of expression. And during this period, democratic principles were adopted in many European countries like Britain, France, Portugal, Spain, etc. But in this period, democratization continued up to 1926. But during this period, there were some setbacks for democratization. Number one, in 1917, communism was established in Russia, USSR under Stalin. In 1918, Hitler came to power in Germany. In 1919, Hitler came to power in Germany. His party was Nazi Party. In 1922, Mussolini's fascist party came to power in Italy. So this is the first wave of democratization. Then the second wave of democratization, 1945 to 1985. The victory of Allies over Axis power in Second World War considered as win of democracy over authoritarianism. This second phase continued from 1945 to 1985. In this period, there was end of Second World War, and in the Second World War, there was a victory of Allies over Axis. It was regarded as the victory of democracy over authoritarianism. Again, due to decolonization process after 1945, in Asia, Africa, Latin American countries, and many parts of the world, large number of countries got independence and adopted multi-party system, universal adult suffrage, universal adult franchise, freedom of press, freedom of speech, etc. So, second wave was 1945 to 1985. 1945 to 1985. In this period, Second World War was over. So, in the Second World War, there was victory of Allies over Axis. It was considered as the victory of democracy over authoritarianism. And during this period, after 1945, a large number of countries in Asia, Africa, Latin America got independence, and they adopted democratic principles like freedom of press, freedom of expression, multi-party system, extension of voting rights, etc. Even at that time, in some third world countries like Pakistan, Cambodia, Uganda, Kenya, etc., continuous struggles was found between democratic and authoritarian forces. During this period also, in some third world countries like Pakistan, Cambodia, Uganda, Kenya, continuous protests were made continuous struggles were made during this period between democratic forces and authoritarian forces. So in this phase also democratization continued. Then finally, third wave of democratization. The third wave of democratization, it continued from 1985 to 1991. In 1985, Mikhail Gorbachev became the president of USSR and introduced perestroika, restructuring, glasnost, openness in USSR. And by this, USSR disintegrated into various parts, and communist countries of Eastern Europe means Poland, Hungary, Romania, Southeast Southeastern Europe, Albania, Bulgaria, Croatia, it is Southeastern Europe. Then Central Europe, Poland, Hungary, Romania adopted democratic principles. The third wave continued from 1985 to 1991. In this period, Mikhail Gorbachev became the president of USSR and he introduced two doctrines: perestroika, restructuring, glasnost, openness. By these two doctrines, he gave freedoms to all. And when he introduced these two doctrines, many states of USSR declared independence and USSR was disintegrated, was divided. And many nations and many communist countries of Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe and Central Europe adopted democracy. So this was the third wave of democracy. It continued from 1985 to 1991. Then democratization in several Arab countries under authoritarianism, 2011 to 2012, known as Arab Spring. Then at the time in many Arab countries of North Africa and Middle East, there were authoritarian regimes, and in these areas, Middle East, North Africa, also protests were made to establish democratic governments. It is known as Arab Spring or Arab Awakening. In the second decade of 21st century, there were many authoritarian regimes in Middle East and North Africa. Countries like Iraq, Algeria, Kuwait, Tunisia, Libya, Syria, Egypt, Tunisia, etc. In these countries, severe protests were made to establish democracy known as Arab Spring, whose developments mentioned below. How Arab Spring came to scene? Following the development. On December 17, 2010, a vendor, Mohammed Bouazizi, Bouazizi, set himself on fire outside a local government office as a mark of protest as for his arbitrary arrest by police for not having permit to run a vegetable stall. Soon after his death, protests began severely in Tunisia, known as Jasmine Revolution, in the name of national flower of Tunisia, jasmine. So the first seed of Arab Spring or Arab agitation to establish democracy, it started from Tunisia, when a vegetable seller known as Mohammed Bouazizi was arrested by police for not having permit to sell vegetable. He told that his arrest was illegal and he set himself on fire. before a local government office. When he was died by self-immolation, protest started in Tunisia severely. Again, on January 14, 2011, Tunisian President Zain Al Abidine Ben Ali resigned and fled away to Saudi Arab. It was the first seed of democratic protest. It started from Tunisia. Number 2, on 25th January 2011, in Cairo, protest started, and on February 11, President Mubarak resigned. The democratic protest started from Tunisia, it spread to Egypt. Number 3, on March 15, 2011, in Syria, and on May 22nd, 2011, protest started in Morocco, and on October 20, 2011, Libyan President Gaddafi was murdered. It started to spread to Morocco and Egypt. Then on November 23, 2011, Yemen President Ali Abdullah Saleh also resigned. So this was the process how democratic protest started in North African and Middle East regions. These are known as Arab Spring or Arab Awakening. But still now in North Africa and Middle East, regional wars, regional instability, ethno-religion clashes, etc. are found, known as Arab Winter. Still now, in various regions, in the region of North Africa, Middle East, ethno-religious conflicts, regional wars, regional instabilities are continuing. It is known as the Arab Winter. So above are the waves of democratization. So here I'll mention nations, those who are in Europe under communism. In Central Europe, there was communism in Austria, Germany. Southeastern Europe nations, Albania, Bulgaria, Croatia under communism. In Eastern Europe, Poland, Hungary, Romania were under communist regimes. So in this video we discussed how democracy started to spread in authoritarian and communist countries and in Arab regions. So I request my viewers to use your earphone at the time of ending the video, subscribe the channel and aware of your friends about this channel, so at least some students will be benefited, and help to anybody is a service to God. Thank you. Have a nice day.